Hello guys and welcome back. Today I'm going over the Borderlands 1 Game of the Year Edition Remaster news. I know I'm a little late to this information, but I wanted to wait a little bit to make sure no new info came out between the time of making this video and releasing it. So I held off and now I'm finally getting it. But make sure to follow me on Twitter at Hayder for future updates on my videos and Borderlands content in general. And with that, let's get right into it. Okay, so this isn't the first time we've heard about a potential Borderlands 1 remaster. Back in May of 2018, the Korean's rating board actually released the rating for the Borderlands Game of the Year edition on PS4 and Xbox One. I covered this story back when this happened, so I'll link that down below if you guys want to hear my extended thoughts back then. But for the most part, Gearbox didn't say anything after it happened, and people were mostly concerned with Borderlands 3 and Borderlands 2 VR, so just forgot about it and kind of let it go. Now fast forward to January 2019, Borderlands Game of the Year Edition was listed again, but this time by the Taiwan Digital Game Rating Committee, once again for the PS4 and Xbox One. So now it's looking more and more likely that we will end up seeing a Borderlands 1 remaster here pretty soon. The original Borderlands was released on October 20, 2009, so 2019 is the 10-year anniversary of the franchise, and a remaster would be a great way to introduce a new generation of players to the game. We also learned in this newest leak that the developer behind the remaster is Blind Squirrel. They've actually worked with Gearbox in the past on Borderlands 2, and on their website they said, quote, "Blind Squirrel worked with Gearbox software to help bring Borderlands 2 to the PS3 through code modifications to support the game running as a PSN downloadable, in addition to PS3 compliance review and implementation." So they're basically just saying they helped them get it on PlayStation from PC. Blind Squirrel also has a really good reputation for remastering games. They were actually the company behind the BioShock The Collection, which remastered or brought up BioShock 1, 2, and Infinite up to current gen consoles. And it was very well received by fans and critics alike, so they obviously know what they're doing when it comes to ports. So if they truly are the developer behind the Borderlands 1 remaster, between their experience having already worked on the franchise and their experience with remasters in general, I would say we have nothing to worry about. And we could see them add a lot of features people have been asking for. One last thing I'll mention is the possibility of including the remaster with Borderlands 3. This is another tactic 2K has used in the past. When BioShock Infinite was released, they included the original BioShock with the game. So it wasn't remastered when they included the original BioShock, but at least 2K does have a precedent for using this tactic in the past to bring life to older games. And I would say most of the Borderlands fandom was built up during the Borderlands 2 era, so I would not be surprised if Gearbox did include this with Borderlands 3. So it gives the players some intro to the series. Once they're done playing Borderlands 3, they can jump back to Borderlands 1, and hopefully Blind Squirrel is able to add some of the quality of life changes people have been asking for a long time. Most notably an FOV slider, auto pickup, the ability to buy a lot of ammo at once instead of individually. So there's a lot of things people have been asking for that wouldn't require too much work theoretically to put into the game. So if Gearbox doesn't decide to package it with Borderlands 3 though, they could definitely release it as a standalone product. I would say probably as long as it's less than $40 or $30. It is an old game. It does have a lot of gameplay, but I don't think they can charge $60 again, especially when people felt ripped off by Borderlands the pre-sequel and its DLC. There was some controversy about that. But that's where I'm going to end this video. I would definitely buy a Borderlands 1 remaster, even if it is a standalone, just to fix the FOV and having the experience to play it on console again and being able to play with friends for the most part. So that's the only big change I need. Make sure to like and share this video, subscribe for future Borderlands news, and I will see you guys in the next one.